Hello everyone, welcome back to Snap Bolt. I'm here with another Legacy Cube draft. Just love Cube, love playing this format. It's super fun. We're here with our pack one, pick one. Let's see. What do we have here? Nothing that really jumps out at me. Nothing too exciting. Realm Cloak Giant in the cube now. There's sort of Light and Shadow. I don't even like that much. There's Search for Tomorrow, which is solid, but I think I'm just going to take the fetch land. Just take Windswept Heath. That leaves us pretty open, and it's just always good picking up fetch lands. I like just starting with picking a bunch of lands, so let's go from there. Some good big stuff. Let's see. We just took a Windswept Heath. I think I'm just going to take Colonnade. Just stay with the lands. There's a pretty sick deck you can draft where you just really take lands early, and then you just end up with maybe 14 to 15 non-basic lands, and then you just play all the colors and just take all the best cards, and you just have a bunch of man lands and strong cards. You play a bunch of lands in your deck. So I'm going to take Colonnade there. There's Jace Fringe Prodigy, which is strong. Immortal Sun is strong as well. There's Path, Mana Leak. Wow, Nissa, Watery Grave. There's a lot of strong cards here. Is JVP better than Path? I think it's between Path and Jace Fringe Prodigy. And Jace does seem really strong. I think it's safer just to take Path. I really like having Path and Swords in my deck, and we're looking like we might be some type of controller setup. I'm not sure if we're going to be a Jace deck, but Path, it can just be in any deck. Mana Leak's probably pretty close after these two cards. I just glitched out for a second. I thought we just missed out. Alright. There's some choices here. There's Wrath of God, Augur, Dismember, I guess Opt, but I'm going to take Stoneforge, I think. We have Colonnade, we have a Windswept Heath. It's looking like we're pretty well set up to be a good Stoneforge deck, so I'm going to go with that. Maybe we can pick up a Batterskull here. Oh, well, there's a Sword of Body in Mind. Shardless Agent 2 seems strong with what we have, but I think we want to take a sword just to at least make sure we get one good equipment. This is probably the best sword in Limited, just because 2 hits kills them, and often 1 hit is enough to kill them. So I think I just take Sword of Body in Mind. I don't really love just being a mid-range Stoneforge deck. Sometimes I like to either just be a more aggressive deck or go over the top and not be kind of pushed into a mid-range deck, but it's still obviously really strong, and I'm happy just taking Sword here. This is interesting. This is a really interesting kind of pivotal point in the draft, because we have a couple options. First, there's Marsh Flats, good fetch land, but there's also Glacial Fortress as a blue-white land. There's Fyndhorn Elves if we want to be green-white creatures with Stoneforge, which would be pretty good. We also have Colonnade. We could take Fyndhorn Elves and still be Bant. Ah, man, it's pretty close here. I feel like it's not Glacial, just because I feel like that's not strong enough. And I feel like it's also... I was going to say it's not Marsh Flats, but, I think it is, actually. I think I'm going to last-minute change into Marsh Flats, because that will allow us to easily just be Esper Stoneblade, or just play a bunch more colors, and then now when we see dual lands, we can pick them up, and our mana is going to be good. I haven't played with Sarah the Benevolent yet, but this seems like a pretty good deck for it. A Braid seems good as well. But I think... Yeah, I don't want Thing in the Eyes. Don't really want Treasure Map. It's a little slow. I'm going to just take Sarah. Okay, wow. White looking incredibly open. I love Parallax Wave. But with Windswept, Marsh Flats. I think we want Savannah, just in case we're green. I think it's worth it over Parallax Wave. Because yeah, taking Parallax Wave like sets us up for a strong white deck, but taking Savannah sets us up for like a really strong multicolor deck. Because then when green cards come along later, we'll be able to take them and just be confident we're going to be able to cast them. So let's see, do we want Realm Cloak Giant? I don't think we do. I just don't think we even want to play that card. 5 mana Wrath's not that exciting. We're not like a super control-ish deck right now, but yeah, Sword of Light and Shadow seems fine. Could start that in the board. Ooh, Manatithe. I'm a big Manatithe fan. There's a Thalia Heretic Cathar, which I don't love. I'd be fine taking Remove Soul here, but we may not be blue, but we're definitely going to be white. So that's Manatithe, and white is just seeming like wide open. Now Sublime Archangel versus Elves of Deep Shadow. I mean, we took all these lands, but like even like if we just throw away a Colonnade, we could just be green-white. We could just even still be mono-white. Is Sublime Archangel even that good? I think it is. I think it's worth it. Wrath of God versus Augur. I don't think Augur is playable in our deck at all. Let's just take the Wrath. Alright, I mean, we're just getting forced into mono-white, but I don't want an approach either. Fine with Ranger Captain. Tried to take a bunch of lands to stay open, and then we just kept getting past like all these white cards. Just white just seems incredibly open, so sometimes you just kind of have to move into what's open. Alright. That being said, do I just take Verdant Catacombs over Lyra? I'm not super excited to play Lyra in this deck. I'd rather have a lower curve. Let's see, we have a Savannah that Verdant can get. I mean, we could just be like black, white, green too, or white, splash, black, and green. I think the upside of taking Verdant is just too high. I don't really need to take Oust either. And one of these white cards might even wheel just because of how open white is. Yeah, I'm just going to take Verdant and just stay open on colors. We'll see if it pays off or hurts us, but I like to just try to stay open with my mana. This Colonnade looking a little awkward since none of our other lands are like well set up for a blue deck. And now, oh man, there's Underground Sea, but there's also Plow. I just have to take Plow over Underground Sea. Yeah, Verdant and Marsh Flats get Underground Sea, but like I was saying, when I have Path and Swords in my deck, I just feel so much safer. I think that allows me to win a lot of games when I have that. So I'm gonna go with Plow, and hopefully we can just get some lands at another point in the draft. All right. And how do I take Polluted Delta? I mean, we just have literally every single card we have is white. If we had taken the Underground Sea, I probably would want to take Glenalendra here. So I think the pick is kind of between Giver of Ruins, Polluted Delta, and Glenalendra. And God, I'm just like, I feel like I'm kind of swaying between taking lands and taking strong white cards. And I think I just need to take Giver of Ruins over Delta. Glenalendra is really strong. But I think if we play more colors, we're likely to not really be in blue because of our 3 fetches. So let's take Giver. Okay, Sword of Sinew and Steel. What does this one do? Pro black red, and then if it deals damage to a player, destroy a planeswalker and up to 1 artifact. I mean, yeah. I don't want to play all these swords, but I can side them in when the matchup is right for them. Other than that, we're taking like a Revoker. Can't take Daze. Can't even really take Tameo. or Scarab God. Man, I just don't like taking sword, but I'm going to take it. Sword of Fire and Ice versus Elspeth. Oh, why couldn't we have gotten the Sword of Fire and Ice the last turn? And the Elspeth this turn? Sword of Fire and Ice is a very, very good sword. But I think I just want the Elspeth. No, I just need to take sword with the Stoneforge, I think. It's just too good with Stoneforge. Alright. Yeah, I'm just not seeing good reason to branch off and take like green cards or other colored cards. So we may have missed out on something with taking all these lands, but I think it was worth it to stay open. That being said, I think I'm going to take Charming Prince. It's a good body to hold swords. It works well with stuff we have. We have Blade Splicer, Ranger Captain, Stoneforge. It literally blinks all those things really well. And it can just gain life for scry. So, yeah, Charming Prince, where we want to be at. It's funny if we just like end up mono white. Okay, here's where I think we take Vindicate. Can also take Metamorph. Metamorph's strong. It might just even be like a better card than Vindicate. Yeah, I'm going to take Metamorph. There's Taiga and a Johnny. There's also just Gideon. As much as I tried to take lands, just getting pushed into mono white. Alright, Lyra. The Oust got taken. Do we want the Thragtusk? I mean, it's kind of a free roll. Is it better than Lyra? Probably not. Just take Lyra. Now we have Sin Collector versus Kytheon. I don't really think we're activating Kytheon that much. I'm just going to take the Sin Collector. Seems fine in this deck, albeit a little slow. Don't love land tax, but I'll take it. Take a Revoker. Alright. I don't think we can play this Call Knight. I'll leave it in for now. Man, I really just wanted to be just more of just like kind of like a junk or like a green X style, like green white deck or that sort of thing, but these white cards just kept coming around and now we don't even need these lands. I don't want people to time warp against me. I'll take it. I know this is the older art, but I kind of like the Tech Edge. Sure. I don't know. Yeah, we might play that. I kind of like the art with the big wave on it for time warp. It's kind of sick. If we just get like a free black duel later, then we'll just play some of these fetches and play the Sin Collector, I think. Because Verdant gets a white source in this Savannah, so Verdant also like acts as a white land. Okay. Oko, jeez. Can we Oko? I mean, we kind of can. It requires us to get a duel. We can also just Hero of Bladehold. Oko is so strong. It's just ridiculously strong. I think it is between Oko and Hero, so how likely are we able to cast Oko? We have Windswept, Verdant, Savannah, Marsh Flats, Colonnade right now. So it'd have to be a double splash for the Oko. All our other cards are white. I just don't think it's worth it. It's just like kind of fun. And there's so much talk about this card right now. It's just so broken. I just think it has to be banned in Standard. It's just kind of a joke. It was just a mistake. They just didn't realize how powerful it was. +2/+1, it's always going up in loyalty for the most part, unless you're getting a crazy exchange with the ult. So it just should have been like +2 -2, or just like +1 -1, or just something else. Now we can take another land that we probably don't need. I don't think we even want Devoted Druid either. Can't really cast as Looter. I'm just going to take Port. Port's a strong card. There's Revel Arc. I'm just not a big fan of Revel Arc. I'm going to take Port. I like Port a lot. There's just hasn't been good creatures to be able to like play off the splash. Now there is a Sigarda there. But is that better than Containment Priest? I don't think so. Containment Priest seems good. Just random hate for like Sneak Attack or Reanimator decks, plus just a 2-mana 2/2 flash that can pick up these equipment. Yeah, Containment Priest is where we want to be. Maybe we'll will that Sigarda. Probably play that. Alright, looks like Colonnade probably not playing right now. May play all these other lands, depending. Sin Collector's got to be cut right now as well. We didn't get the Batterskull, but we do have 2 good swords. I'd like to go get some more creatures going here. Wow. I said wow because Wormcoil Engine. This card is really, really good. Yeah, we want a low curve, but if we're gonna play a 6-drop, I think we want it to be Wormcoil. It'd be funny to take Oracle of Moldiah and play it, but yeah, just gonna take Wormcoil and play it. All right. Wow, Horizon Canopy does seem strong, but so does Student and Noble Hierarch. Let's see, so Marsh Flats, Verdant, and Windswept all get Savannah. That's right, so that's 4 green sources right there. It's not that much for Noble. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess Student of Warfare is still better than Noble. Or is Horizon Canopy the pick? I think it's just Student. Now Recruiter of the Guard versus Porcelain Legionnaire versus Honor of the Pure even. I'm kind of interested in the Honor of the Pure, honestly. Yeah, Student was definitely the pick there. Pretty much all of our creatures are white. Yeah, it seems strong. It's the best Anthem. It's 2 mana. We'd probably play Recruiter, but yeah, I'm going to Honor. Tithe Taker, but I'm going to Gideon Jura here. Yeah, sorry all these lands, just they're not going to make the cut. We're just going to play Plains. Man, how funny is this? This almost never happens. Usually I just take lands, keep taking land. It got kind of messed up when I took, not messed up, but our plan got altered when I took Stoneforge, and then next pick took Sword of Body and Mind, and that kind of like angled us into like a more creature-based deck, and then the white cards just kept coming. So take Gideon. Oh, definitely snapping off a Mother of Ruins here. Alright, I mean our deck looks good. Let's just go like this right now. Oh no, we want Port. But we just don't need these lands. And we're still gonna have plenty of playables. Doesn't matter here. Just no reason to even take that. It's not even that good. Whatever, just take a Flame Slash. Take a Revel Arc. Could side that in against like a really controlling deck. Take a Sky Sovereign. Probably not playing that either. Probably not playing any of these. Could play a Maze of Ith. At least side it in if we want it. Ooh, Canopy. That's a land that we'll actually play. Alright, get this out of here too. So this is 23 playable, 17 lands. Looks good to me. We have 14 creatures. Some of our other stuff makes creatures as well. Like Sarah, I guess that's it. Gideon's kind of a creature. This Gideon's also kind of a creature. And we have swords, we have path. We have all the tools necessary to be like a strong mono white deck. We have good swords. We may want to play actually another sword even, because we have right now we have protection from blue green, blue red, but these protect from black red, black white. So maybe we just play Sword of Light and Shadow as well. Wow, last pick Tide Taker. That makes us have to choose between cards here, which is a good thing. I was going to say maybe I just play 16 land, but with Canopy, Port, Tech Edge, I think I want 17. So right now we're at 16 land. I mean, Sublime Archangel seems like our worst card to me. Does seem pretty strong, but I think I'd rather have a 2-drop and Tithe Taker. Just be able to pick up equipment. And yeah, while I might want one of these swords, especially the Sword of Light and Shadow actually seems good. Is it just worth in these? Because maybe I play Fire and Ice and Light and Shadow. Then I have protection from 4 different colors. No, Body and Mind is just too good. What would be the cut if I like put Light and Shadow in my deck? Like a Gideon or a Lyra or a Wormcoil. Don't really want to cut these like this cheaper stuff. I'm just gonna go with it like this, and then if I play against those color decks, I'll side into the proper swords depending on what cards my opponent has. Just take a quick screenshot because I like to see exactly what's in my deck. And let's go to round 1. Alright, welcome to round 1. We have we're playing White Weenie in this Legacy Cube draft. Our hand's pretty funny, just Mother of Runes, Time Taker, Revoker, 3 planes, like a standard White Weenie hand, and then just Wormcoil just sitting there on the end. But yeah, it's strong. I mean, we're not winning that fast, and once we get up to 6 mana, just slamming down a Wormcoil. We dismember our Mother of Runes. Is that what's happening? Yeah, he misclicked. He's got to tap differently, I think. He's got to pay the life and then tap the mana. Yeah, dismember Mother of Runes. Sure. T2 will just slam this Tithe Taker. Gideon, that's a great draw. I may just slam Revoker as well, name like Jace the Mind Sculptor. The problem is he may not even have that in his deck. I could just name Creeping Tar Pit as well, just because it's a card I know he has. Could also, I don't think I can actually not play anything. I think I need to play Revoker, and I think Creeping Tar Pit's just the safest name because, yeah, Jace seems like a good name too, but he's gonna have removal. Okay, he's gonna counter it anyway. Yeah, he has to pay 3 because of Tithe Taker. Next turn we just get to slam Sarah. Make a 4/4. Oh, Fact or Fiction now. Interesting. Not that scared of gifts. Don't really want to give him 4 lands. So I guess I just have to give him Gifts land. And then he's going to take this. I guess that's fine. I don't want to give him 4 lands, but I guess is 4 lands really that much different than 3? Yeah, he took the 3 lands. Okay, I think I piled that correctly. Let's just go Sarah. I don't think I need the emblem, just rather make a 4/4 and then hit for 2. Oh, yeah, now we can just Creeping Tar Pit, kill Sarah though. But if he takes his whole turn to do that, then we can just play Gideon. We still played a 4-mana 4/4 flying. Wow, read the bones? That's aggressive. Wow, now we can Gideon plus, and then he's kind of screwed. Read the bones there. Wow. I thought he would have just creeping targeted kill Sarah. Oh, Kite Sail take our Gideon. That's good. This is +2. Oh, now we can tech edge the tar pit. Wow. Okay. And this is flying vigilance. Alright, let's go plus. Play tech edge. Attack with both. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with both. If he trades, then I just get to slam Gideon. Creatures you control with flying get +1/+1 until end of turn. I guess if I... Oh wow, I guess to take Sarah, make a 4/4. Jeez, I could have tech edged on my turn. Man. But now I can play Wormcoil. Oh, he's taking the Angel? Does he not know you can take this? Okay. He could have taken Sarah. Interesting. Attacking Sarah, sure. Okay, yeah. I guess that makes sense. He can just kill Sarah next turn. Sure. Spells your opponent cast. Okay. Well, if I drew like Path there or something, it would have been insane. So our Sarah's gonna die. But, I mean, we can get this Wormcoil down. Pass the turn. He has to swing with Angel at Sarah. Opponent's at 3 life. And we have a Wormcoil out, so it's not looking too bad. Just surprised he didn't Dragon Lord take the Sarah. I guess that makes sense, because now he ended up with an Angel and we don't have one. But even if he took Sarah, oh, then he can't attack Sarah. Yeah, okay. It's reasonable. He's gonna have to like trade though, and then we can get Angel back. Let's see what he has here. 7 mana. It's like a... whatever that 7-drop is that reanimates something every turn and makes me sack a creature. Shieldred. This is a Shieldred. He could be like blue-black reanimator control. Our opponent is still at 3 though. And the only way for him to kill the Wormcoil right now is to block it with Dragon Lord. Yeah, there's Shieldred. Okay. So we obviously just sack Tide Taker. We get a 1/1 flying. Oh man. Because if we just hit with Wormcoil and he blocks with Dragon Lord, then he just gets to reanimate it. Brutal. Not using this tech edge and allowing him to go 6-drop, 7-drop just seems to have really cost us. So if I go Wormcoil, attack, he's going to block with Dragon Lord. And then we get Angel back. Then he, on his upkeep, can reanimate Dragon Lord, taking Angel or one of the 3/3s. I guess it's worth it to attack. Because we get this Angel back too. What if he blocks like with yeah, if he blocks the multiple things, that's fine. This feels bad, but I think it's the line. Oh, he's just chumping. Yeah, that makes sense. Then we get to gain 6. Just gonna kill this now. Because if I had used the tech edge, my thinking at the time was if I use tech edge, kill Tarpit now, it's not that great because wow, Grave Titan. That's seal it up. Whoa. Okay. If we draw Elspeth Knight Errant, we win now. That was aggressive. I'm not going to block. Let's draw Elspeth. Sword of Fire and Ice. I don't think that's going to do it. Just going to do it and get in there, though. Just going to play it and equip. Yeah, to go back to what I was saying, if I had used Tectonic Edge there, kill Tarpit on my turn, then he doesn't have to invest mana into activating it. And then I was thinking, like, oh, then I'm just still taking myself off a land and I'm farther away from casting Wormcoil. So who knows? You could just be playing this game differently. Like, if you just... Yeah, whatever. I mean, oh, Buried Alive. Sure, so he does have this Reanimator aspect to his deck. Which makes sense with the gifts I'm given. Scarab God, Gristlebrand. Okay. I guess now he can't block with Dragon Lord. Okay. Oh yeah, now we have to sack. And that'll do it. Alright, GG. Opponent played a lot of big stuff there. And we just had some lands, and that's about it. Alright, let's see. So we saw like Gristlebrand, Grave Titan, Scarab God. We saw a lot of black creatures. We didn't really see planeswalkers or artifacts though. So I think all I want is the Sword of Light and Shadow. And do we want either of these? I mean, Sword of Body and Mind could mill him out. Maybe we just want both. And maybe we just don't want something like Lyra, because that's just going to get outclassed by his stuff anyway. And can just... I mean, I guess anything can just get stolen, but... Yeah, Lyra just seems like the most awkward. I'd rather go triple sword. Let's try this. I'll play first. Yeah, this hand looks fine. Stoneforge, get our third sword. Plays Island, passes. Play Stoneforge. Get the Sword of Light and Shadow. Pass. Now the good thing is he's not going to know about our other two swords. So we can just put Body and Mind in end of turn if we want. Which probably we just want to do Fire and Ice, because milling him 10 could allow him just to reanimate something very, very easily. So most likely I'm just going to go sort of Fire and Ice here. Yep, we want to draw a land for sure next turn. Read the Bones. That's totally fine. One card bottom, one card top, then draw two. Alright, let's just put in... I mean, Sword of Body and Mind is pretty enticing. Then we get to mill the card. No, he drew it already. It's just too scary to mill him 10 and then still have to hit twice more and then have him like just give him stuff to reanimate. So let's just put in Fire and Ice. Give her runes, that's okay. Hopefully we draw a land off this sword trigger here. We do. Now I think I just play Tithe Taker. That protects our guys a little bit more. And it's more mana efficient. Inquisition. Okay, he can take sword, he can take anything except Gideon here. Not that concerned with whatever he takes though. Sword of Light and Shadow, yeah, gives pro-black, but that's about it. It's not really returning anything. Can't really take Giver because of Sword of Light and Shadow. Could take Honor of the Pure. I could see that. Takes Giver, okay. Spells during... Oh, it's only during my turn. Okay. Yeah, this isn't like the blue-white one. So this is just during my turn. Spells that they cast and activate cost 1 more to activate, unless they're mana abilities. So I can Slam, Sword, Equip, which I don't really like. I think what I do is I just attack with both to start, and then play land Gideon. Just gonna go with that. He can't Dragon Lord next turn. Go for the Throat, Stoneforge. That's exactly why I didn't want to go for a sword this turn. Okay, it's fine. Takes 2 down to 11. Then I just play Gideon, I think. Plus. And with Tithe-Taker, it's kind of annoying for him to answer this Gideon. Fact or Fiction now? Interesting. So these are always like pretty hard. Feel like he might not have land, so he's just trying to hit land drops. So giving him all 3 lands doesn't seem great. I guess this miscalc doesn't really do anything. So I could give him like Flooded Strand, Buried Alive. Yeah, let's do that. Versus those 3, and he'll probably take these. But miscalc's not really doing anything. I think this is the split here, because I think Buried Alive is probably the strongest card. Yeah, he snapped off taking the Buried Alive. And then he has Gutter Bones. Okay, so we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage. What if we... Oh wait. Can we just go make a 6/6, equip it, make it an 8/8, then we have 10, and then we play Honor of the Pure and kill him. Okay, so we have it here. Becomes a 6/6, and he can't even play anything because of Tithe-Taker that we know for sure. So then I just play Honor of the Pure. Yeah, and then he concedes. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 2 from the Fire and Ice. So we didn't even need that, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the ping from Fire and Ice. I guess he's playing Gutter Bones just because he can Buried Alive for it. Okay, so we were able to get there that time. Is there anything else we want? I don't think so. Let's run it like this. Metamorph's looking pretty sick in this matchup. Ooh, this is a mulligan. Definite mulligan. Alright, this one I'll keep. Put back a Plains. The Mana Tithe looking strong here. I guess we don't need to stop on his main, right? So hopefully we get a juicy Mana Tithe target here. No rush though. I can even just port over Mana Tithe, because if I play port and don't use it, that shows him exactly what we have. And if I port, he didn't do anything on turn 2, so he's likely not to do anything here if I port him. And then next turn I can play land and port again, which I like. Yeah, I definitely like that line. Just gonna play plains, pass the turn, port again on upkeep, and then we have Mana Tithe up, and then this allows us to like hopefully Mana Tithe a 3-drop, and then on our turn we can like untap, Tech Edge something, port again, and just like be really annoying for him. I'm just gonna continue on the same track. I think I could have Tech Edge there, but I can just still port and leave up Mana Tithe, and next turn I can Tech Edge, leave up Mana Tithe, and continue to port. So I'm just playing the Death and Taxes control game here. I know it's good for him just to not be under any pressure, but our hand can't really apply that much pressure anyway. Kite Sail, that's annoying because now he sees Mana Tithe. That's the downside of this card. But if he doesn't take it, he still has to play around it, and we can Tech Edge one of his lands. Took the sword, okay. Yeah, now I think I like going... Yeah, now I like going Tech Edge. Destroy this. And then port again. I think I'll port a swamp. Then leave up Mana Tithe. There's the Tar Pit, okay. Not the best timing since we just used our Tech Edge. Horizon Canopy. It's also not ideal. Just gonna play Honor of the Pure. I'm not just gonna stop using port. I think I just need to keep using it. Could have been right just to play Blaze Placer on T3 and just go shields down and then start using port, but it's easy to say something like that in hindsight, and who knows if that would have been right. Shieldred in the graveyard, okay, it's scary. He has another land. Okay, attacks us. You got it. Scope land. Blade Splicer. Get a 3/3. And then upkeep port him. Repeal the Golem. That's really good. Tap that. It's not looking good for us here. I don't think I want to trade. I can just take damage. I'm not concerned about that. Alright, let's Canopy. Man. Yep, now I just need to... He didn't play a land last turn, I believe. So I just need to hero here. Leave up Mana Tithe. I can't... Oh. Got the remove soul for it. Yep. We just had to jam hero there, I think. And it's looking like we're going to be dead. Just drew too many lands here. The reason I'm not trading is because our life total doesn't matter as much. We need to draw more threats to get out of this. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case. That's interesting, sure. Tap that. Just got a little flooded here. Just not ever having time to use this Mana Tithe was rough. We get hit down to 9. Exhume. Man, so I guess we just have to take Blade Splicer. Because if we take Hero, it just dies to Shieldred. Okay, we have the path. That's big. He has no creatures in the graveyard. So I think I just path on upkeep. Play land. And upkeep. Port him. Path this. Counterspell. Yep. Did he have just 2 mana up? I think he had 3. Brutal. GG's opponent. See you in the next round. We're against Jay Tibbs. We'd like to play first. Snap keep this hand. This hand looks sweet. We go turn 1 student, turn 2 level it up twice, turn 3 either Gideon or sword, probably Gideon, and then T4 Sarah. Hemolians. Student pass the turn. Yeah, our opponent got us pretty good last match. His deck was sweet though. That's a fatal push. Brutal. 2-drop. Didn't get there. That's a good style of Reanimator deck, I'd say, where you just basically collect control and you also are Reanimator. When you like try to be all in Reanimator, I think generally it's not as good. Because when you're like all in Reanimator, a lot of times you expend a bunch of resources, and even when you get a quick reanimate spell, there's a lot of decks that can just answer that. Volrath pass. Okay, I'm just gonna play Gideon. Gideon plus, pass the turn. So we certainly want to draw land here. Get this Sarah down. Llanowar Elf, sure. Okay, nice. So now we just go land, attack for 4. Play a Sarah, and then plus Gideon, or minus Sarah, then plus Gideon, target the Sarah Angel token. And then if we draw land, we can play Sword Equip, or we can play Gideon. Definitely going to Sarah minus here, though. Choose this. I guess Indestructible is best. If he has some type of removal. Oh, it's just till the end of turn? I thought it was till our next turn. Okay, it's just till end of turn. Doesn't matter then. Oh, Beast Whisperer. Interesting. No other land? Ooh, so we don't have enough mana to go Sword of Fire and Ice plus Equip. But we can metamorph either Beast Whisperer. Oh man, we can metamorph Beast Whisperer and then play Giver of Runes. That seems pretty dope. We can also just metamorph an Angel. And then that really puts the pressure on. I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright, let's do that. Metamorph, copy Angel, and then Gideon plus, give it lifelink, Sarah Angel plus, or Sarah the Benevolent plus, and then Gideon and Angel attacking for 9, and then play a Giver of Runes. And it's looking like this game is pretty much under control at this point. We have 2 Sarah Angel tokens, we have Giver of Runes, we have a Gideon out, we have another Gideon and a sword in hand. So we got a lot going on. Wreck Sage, no target. Okay, that's not going to do it. Oh, this is an artifact, duh. Okay, he does have a target. For some reason I was just thinking that was another normal Sarah Angel token, but he's still in rough shape here. If we draw a land, we can also just kill him with Sword of Fire and Ice. Yeah. Let's go. I'm gonna go for it here. He already played a Fatal Push. Let's just give this Indestructible just to be safe. And we even have Giver of Runes up. Protection from blue, red, Indestructible, Giver of Runes up, flying, Vigilance. That's a 7/7. That's pretty sweet. Alright, looks like we're against black-red, kind of like creature do stuff. Or black-green, excuse me. I mean, yeah, these swords do give protection from black. Let's bring in Sword of Light and Shadow. We want Body and Mind as well. Maybe we side out Fire and Ice, just because our other 2 swords are better. They give protection from one of his colors. Sword of Fire and Ice is really strong. Maybe we just side out Lyra again. I like that because this dies to like a fair amount of removal spells that he could have in his deck, and then it's just like 5 mana dies to something. Where, but I do like starting it in the deck, because then when you're playing against like aggressive decks or mono red decks or mono green decks, it can be nice to have. Alright, let's go with this. Okay, I mean, this is close. I'm going to keep this hand. If we draw a land, this hand's really good. If we have a path, we have a Stoneforge, we have a lot going on in this hand. I'm gonna I just snapped it off. Just gonna keep. We'll get there. 15 lands left, or 16 lands left. 33 cards in the deck. 50% chance to draw a land. Sounds good to me. 2 draw steps. So we have 75% chance to draw a land by turn 2. That would have been interesting to just leave up Manatite there as well, but I like playing Mother of Runes. Forces him to answer it now. The earlier you get it down, the better. Okay, we missed on the land. Gonna just pass. We have Manatite up, which was a fine draw, considering it's not a land. We got Path, we got Plow. Even though we're on one land, we're doing okay. Yep, I'm just gonna Plow that. We just have to use our mana. I don't want to give him a land. Oh, I probably just misplayed. I should have just Manatite that. Wasn't thinking. Man, it's brutal. That was a punt. Sorry for that, guys, but I guess I just jammed Stoneforge, get Sword of Body and Mind here. The pro green is nice. Pass the turn. Yeah, because if I had Manatite the Nighthawk, and then I still would have Plow in my hand, which is better like to just tap out for Stoneforge. So that was a pretty huge punt. Damnation. That's brutal. Now we really want to draw another land. Nice. I mean, we would have tapped out for Stoneforge there anyway, so we still would have gotten Damnationed. But the difference is now our hand would have been Plow instead of Mana Tithe, which may or may not be better, but it probably would have been better just for our hand to be Plow and then have been able to use this Mana Tithe. Our opponent with 3 cards and 5 mana versus our pretty stacked hand here. He's just passing the turn. I'm just having nothing here. I don't think I'm gonna, if I don't draw a land, I'm not gonna. Okay, I did. I'm just gonna tap out for Sword of Body and Mind now, I think. Leave up Mana Tithe and Path. I was saying if I didn't draw a 4th land, I would not have played Sword, because likely he has like 6 drops in his hand. Like, I don't know what else he has that he's not playing. Oh, Swift End, that's, I mean, that's good. I could path my own guy, but that doesn't seem good. Yeah, sure, you kill our golem. Then I attack. And we have the Sword of Body and Mind here. You could just have other situational removal spells in hand. That's certainly a possibility. Sword of Light and Shadow looking pretty sick here, depending on what he does. Never. Now I'm thinking, do I path? No, I can't. It would just be nice to path it and be able to just slam Wormcoil, but I just need to leave up Mana Tithe, and I just don't think that's right. Okay, this is good. Let's just go play Sword of Light and Shadow, I believe. No. I'm just going to use Port and then leave up Mana Tithe. I think that's best. Just port a green source. Yeah. Okay. But we still have this Mana Tithe here. Just casting the Murderous Rider, sure. Do I even path that? Gives them another land. I feel like I... Just don't know if I care about the 2/3 lifelink. I think I'm gonna not path it right now. We'll see if that ends up being right or not. Jamming this Wormcoil for sure, though. Seems great in this matchup. Just getting that down. Black-green doesn't have as many exile effects. I don't even know if that 4-mana exile target creature or planeswalker gain 2 life is in the cube. Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay. And leaving mana up. Interesting. We have Mana Tithe and Path, though. And now Gideon. Jeez. This is tough. I mean, it's not that tough, but we could Sword of Light and Shadow. Like, getting back a Stoneforge. Then he can't even block. We can Gideon plus. I think I just like attack and then Gideon plus, leave up Mana Tithe and Path. I'm just going to do that. Not even going to equip this Sword of Body and Mind. Assassin's Trophy. Can't Mana Tithe it, but... Oh, I can, because I can port... Oh, no, I can't. I was thinking I can port this now and then Mana Tithe, but That's not a good play. Okay. Yeah, we just let it resolve. We still get the 3/3s. And we get an untapped plains, which is kind of nice. Get these two guys, and then we go play Gideon. Leave up plains. Plus target him. Then he'll probably go equip sword, and then in that case, then weaken path. I'm not gonna equip sword right now. This is looking good for us here. Worm Coil coming through this game. Mana Tithe been looking pretty bad. But a lot of times it's just outstanding, so it's kind of like one of those more high variance cards. If they see that you have Mana Tithe in their hand, it's easy to play around. If they know you have it, they can play around it, but when you get something, it's just such high power level. Casualties of War playing around Mana Tithe. Oh my god. That is one of the most brutal casualties I've ever seen. Jesus. I feel like he's just playing around Mana Tithe pretty well. Opponent with 0 cards in hand. I mean, I still think we're favored here because we can just sort of Light and Shadow back this Worm Coil next turn. But Jesus, that's insane. I still think we're fine, but did he get all the modes? No, he didn't get enchantment. And do I path Murderous Rider right now? Sure. This Mana Tithe is just dead now. But we're just gonna equip Sword of Light and Shadow, get back Worm Coil here. Play land. Play sword. I guess we could equip, get back Stoneforge this turn, play Stoneforge. I don't see anything wrong with that. Can we, let's see. I'm just gonna, we could also just get Mother of Runes. We kept this, or no, did we change out the swords? No, we took out the Lyra. Yeah, gonna get Stoneforge. And then play it and get the Sword of Fire and Ice. Pass. Our opponent needs to draw something this turn. They've only drawn 1, 2, 6, 7 spells this game, so that's not very many spells. Their deck seems like it has some good cards, but it's just kind of like a clunky black-green mid-range deck. I mean, this deck that we have right now isn't that insane either, but their deck doesn't seem too scary. Whoa, whoa, whoa. As soon as I say that, they just play Ugin, but that actually isn't going to cut it, I don't think. And of course, we tap out and we don't Mana Tithe it. That's pretty funny. Okay, Ugin at 9. The ult's 10. Now we want the black-red sword that's not in our deck. Because I could attack Ugin for 7, but then I don't get the double sword trigger, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play Sword of Fire and Ice, equip here, attack him, and then just, I suppose, get back Worm Coil. I could also get back Blade Splicer. Attack him. I could deal Ugin 2 damage just because I'm going to get back Blade Splicer here. And then I'm going to deal Ugin 2 because it's likely that we're going to have lethal next turn anyway. So just taking Ugin down a peg but still getting the sword triggers is nice. Yes. And then go to main 2, play Blade Splicer because I got this because the Golem doesn't die to Ugin minus. And pass the turn. I mean, this thing still has protection from 4 colors, 7/7 lifelink, so we're looking to be okay. Yeah, I like the sword trigger going on the Ugin still for sure. Okay, that I don't think that does anything because this has pro black. He can't block the worm right now. Yeah, I think he's dead. Containment Priest. Alright, I'm just going to attack him with just the worm. And see if that kills him. And he concedes. Alright, we got the match. 1-1. Let's see if we can 2-1 this. Hey, welcome to round 3. We're against Jon Snow, 214. Nice. Game of Thrones. And we're on the play, which is huge with this deck. Snap keep this hand. Got the Mana Tithe. Buy us a little time. No reason to stop on upkeep anymore. Hopefully he just plays a 2-drop that we just can Mana Tithe. We need to draw 1 land. Yep. Certainly going to Mana Tithe that. Okay, we still need a land. Probably just going to get Student of Warfare here. Could get Mother of Runes, though. Student of Warfare puts on more pressure. But Mother of Runes, I think, is also like a must answer. And we have stuff to do with our mana if we draw it, so I'm actually gonna get Mom. Got my dog sitting next to me now, so we're in good hands. Okay, that's annoying. If he doesn't have any snakes, he makes a 1/1 snake every upkeep, so just yield to that trigger. And we missed on lands. That's brutal. Just gonna... I know it's like we want to play Mother of Runes, but I'd rather play the more efficient Blade Splicer here. Can't attack. That sucked that we missed a land there, because otherwise we could have jammed like Hero of Bladehold or Sarah, but now it's rough. Champion. Are we against Reanimator again? People just love drafting this deck. Island. Okay, maybe it's just blue-black value. Serum Visions, sure. If you guys want to see a really cool dog, check out my dog. He's got his own Instagram page. It's Lewin _docs, LLEWYN, then _DOX, Lewin docs. But anyway, back to this game. Let's see. I mean, just jamming Sword isn't great. I mean, he's got a 1/1 Death Touch. I guess we have this Golem we can jam with. Maybe I'll just jam. I'm gonna jam Sword and pass. Because next turn we can like equip, and then we have a 5/5 first strike pro blue, and we can play Mother of Runes after that. We can play Sarah. We can just do a lot more. So we can sack this to make him not be able to make it so he can't cast non-creature spells this turn. So don't think we'll be using that unless he tries to like mind control it or something. We'll just sack it. but otherwise we'll just keep our 3/3. Our opening hand looked solid, and then we just didn't get to the fourth land. Okay, nothing we can do about a duress. I guess he'll take Sarah here, maybe Gideon. Those are the only two cards he can take since all these are creatures. He takes the Sarah. And what's he got? Phantasmal Image. Target Blade Splicer or... Whoa. That doesn't work how he thinks it works. I don't think that I think that was 100% wrong. Okay, so I mean, he can attack with that, but we can just block. And then he only gets to make one snake here. What does he have? Like a Murderous Cut? Okay, that's annoying, but I'd rather him use the Murderous Cut on that. I could have just taken one, but now he's down a Murderous Cut. So now, like, our hero can survive. Yeah, see, like, the first trigger goes off, but then the second trigger doesn't resolve because he has a snake after the first trigger resolves. Man, it sucks that we just have to play Metamorph here, but we could also equip Sword, no attack, or play Mother of Ruin, then equip Sword to it. I don't really like that. I could just play Metamorph, copy a Fearmancer. I guess I'm going to do that. I could copy Champion of Wits too. That's interesting. Then I get to loot. I think I'd rather just have one of these. Then I get to make a snake. Yield to Myo Fearmancer 2. So just snakes all around. I feel like he should have Phantasmal Image something else, like our Blade Splicer or the Champion of Wits, or just like, yeah, basically anything else. Walking Ballista for 2. Alright, that's annoying. You can kill this. We just aren't hitting this fourth land at all. Plow. Okay. So you try to equip Snake. And then he can just trade with his Snake, though. You can try to equip Ophiomancer right now. Put it out of range of this Ballista. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't need to leave up this Plow right now, I don't think. Alright, so that resolved. Now I'm going to play Mother of Runes. Oh, that was terrible. Now he can just Walking Ballista it. Oh, that was terrible. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world. But, yeah, that was wrong. Should not have played it. Should have just left up Plow. Stepped away from the computer for 1 second, and when I came back, I just wasn't thinking clearly. So he's probably just going to put a counter on Ballista here. Sure. I guess then he can untap, put a 4th counter on it, trade with Hero. It's annoying, but I'm still going to just play Hero. Do you have a counterspell? Forbid? No buyback? Okay. Yeah, Ballista at 1 now. So I guess playing Mom wasn't terrible. Land for Gideon. Nice. Jam. Another counterspell. Negate. Alright. Would have been interesting to sack Ranger there, then play Gideon, but I don't think that's right either. Kind of just a standoff with these Ophiomancers. Probably good for our opponent, but we also have a Wormcoil coming down. Six mana. What is this? Like a Grave Titan or something? Frost Titan. Alright, well, that's gonna have to die. We can tap our snake. But then he still doesn't really have any attacks. He can't tap our Ophiomancer. I guess he could tap one of our lands. But yeah. But we have this plow here. You can just plow on our turn. I don't think there's any reason to wait till his upkeep. Lyra's great draw, actually. We can just cast Lyra next turn. Might even be better than Wormcoil here. Yes, we want to pay. And then just pass the turn. Just going to F6 here. Attacking with Champion. Because he wants to be able to flash it back. I'm just going to take 2 here. I don't care about the damage because we're about to jam Lyra. And I don't want him to be able to draw 4, discard 2. Yeah, so now we jam Lyra. And then next turn we can equip it and get in there. And he doesn't have any way to stop that at the moment. I guess there's no reason really to sack Ranger Captain on his upkeep. It only helps if he draws a sorcery speed removal spell. Oh, he puts a counter on Ballista, sure. He's doing 1 to... Oh, the Champion? Okay, because he wants to be able to flash it back. Sure. It's the hard way to do it. Not to flash it back, but, you know, to eternalize. Yeah. So, eternalize now, okay. But now it's probably going to be too late, because now we're going to have a 7/7 flying first strike lifelink pro blue. So he draws 4, discards 2. That's really good. 1 mana. Does he have another way to kill Lyra here? Oh, Tasker. Okay, I mean, that's good too. But also we get to mill him 10 cards down to 5, so we can't even really use Tasker. So I think it's looking good for us here. Let's go sword, equip. And then get in there. And then just play student and just spend all the mana to level it up, I think. Right. Gotta go to main 2. So we hit him only down to 19, but we also, he's down to 5 cards in library, so 1 more hit and he dies. He can kill the student in response to the 2nd level up, but then he would lose his walking ballista. Okay, pass the turn. He needs a removal spell for this Lyra here. Necrotol, okay, he has it. Maybe I should have sacked Ranger Captain, although it wouldn't have been right in the end. Okay. Lyra down. Most of his creatures are black. Supreme Will, Miscalc, Glenolendra. Okay, but not enough mana to activate it. We can also play Wormcoil, and he has 4 cards in library, so I'm not sure how he's planning to kill us. Stoneforge Mystic. So we can get the blue-red sword, but does that matter? I don't think so. I think just playing Wormcoil is what matters, because that makes it hard for him to kill us. He has 0 cards in hand also. I'll just pass the turn. He can make a big Walking Ballista, but again, yeah, 3 cards in library. Facing down this worm. So Baleful Strix, Miscalc, Dragon Lord, Nixilis, Remand, Supreme Will, Lands, Ancient Tomb. I mean, yeah, his deck is good. Let's see. Do I want to just jam Wormcoil into his snake? I would just gain a bunch of life. I think no is the answer. Let's equip. Let's give it Pro Blue. And then he can put 2 counters on Ballista, but that's fine. It's just Stoneforge here. Get a sword. I'm not gonna cast the sword because he can just counter it with Glenolendra. Guess I should have drawn first, though I don't think it's that relevant. Level that. Pass the turn. Definitely bring in the pro black swords. We've seen just Baleful Strix and Walking Ballista as the only artifacts, and Ob Nixilis is the only planeswalker. So I don't know if the Sword of Sinew and Steel is where I want to be. Definitely want the Sword of Light and Shadow, but maybe I just want both pro black swords because he has so many black creatures. Activate Tar Pit. Is he just going to get in with Tar Pit? 2 cards in library? I mean, yeah, sure. Okay. Wonder if I sack Ranger Captain now. I don't think so. Just going to play land. Activate Stoneforge. Put in a sword. Equip sword to Wormcoil. And then hit with Worm. Just gonna gain 10 here. Oh, he's gonna block sack, just completely sack, so I don't gain any life and try to kill me. I mean, that's a good line from him. So it could have been a misplay for me to attack. But I think this is fine. Because now he won't have a Walking Ballista in play. Yeah, so he wants to kill a Geomancer, then he can kill the snake too. Yep. Yep. And then he has to shoot one more thing. I guess he just shoots me now. Down to 15. But then I still have this huge Wormcoil. I think I'm just going to go level this up to a 4/4. Leave the swords on Worm. I have 3 blockers. I'm at 15. He still has to deal with this Wormcoil in some way. He can't block sack again. Augur, 1 card left. Does he have to take it? No, you may reveal. Okay. Yeah, activate Tar Pit, and then does he try to hit with all, or? Yeah, he tries to. Don't think this is gonna work though. So let's see, can block this. And I can go like, what if I go block, how much am I taking? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 down to 3. Wow, that's pretty scary actually. So I could block like Oh, he just concedes. Okay, yeah, because we're going to be able to attack back with Worm Coil. So the one sword hit was enough that game, but that was a really interesting one. All right. So we definitely want the Sword of Light and Shadow. Sword of Sinew and Steel. It's just... the activated ability, I don't think is doing that much. I don't think he had too many answers to Lyra as well. I might want Lyra in this matchup. Could set out Honor of the Pure. It seems good as well. Maybe even go down to 16 lands. Is that a little greedy? Maybe set out Sword of Fire and Ice. Because most of his things are black. Maybe I'd rather just have like 2 pro-black swords even over this, and just like, even though this sword isn't as good, pro-black just makes my creature unblockable. Yeah, I mean, pro-blue still can be relevant though, and this sword is just so much better. Just go down to 16 lands, be a little greedy. What's Magic without a little greed? Alright, well, we can keep this hand. Nothing too crazy, just a fine draw. Port, I'm probably just going to be curving out instead of using port this game, just because we can actually apply some pressure. Probably will lead on a Charming Prince Scry here, or maybe just, oh, Baleful Tricks. That's annoying. Exile another creature I own. Okay, well that's going to be good with Blade Splicer, so now I'm just going to go Plains past the turn, planning on Containment Priesting end of turn, because now I don't want to use Charming Prince to scry, I want to use Charming Prince to flicker the Blade Splicer. Alright, so he gets to take Honor of the Pure here. But that's okay. Plays Island, and what else has he got? Phantasmal Image on Baleful Strix. Sure. Just flash this in. Don't necessarily want to trade it, but it might be just worth. Yeah, I'm gonna just offer the trade. Just gonna have to get through these at some point. He accepts. And then just jam Blade Splicer here. Oh. Same thing again, gotta wait for main 2. Pass the turn. Just try to get up to this worm. So does he have a removal spell for Blade Splicer? Nope. Okay, oh, nice. We're going to get some good value here. Charming Prince, 2 mana, make 5 power. With Blade Splicer in play, it's a nice card. This new set, Throne of Eldraine, is just, it's pretty sick. A lot of strong cards. Alright, he's deciding what to discard off this champion here. Unless he has Fetchland, Fatal Push, he can't deal with the Blade Splicer Charming Prince combo. And we can even go, oh, discard Languish? Wow. An attack with Baleful Strix? I guess attacking there is fine. Ooh, and Metamorph's another good draw. We can even Metamorph the Wormcoil later. Now I'm deciding, like, do I kill Ancient Tomb or do I kill like a blue or black source? Discarded Languish? That shows me he has another Wrath, I think. So that being the case, him having another Wrath, I think what I might like to do is just, I was going to say Tech Edge one of his black sources. But he discarded land, Languish, played Ancient Tomb. So maybe just taking him off mana and killing this Ancient Tomb is correct. Just like Sentient Damnation or something. Played Ancient Tomb, discarded Island. You know what? I'm just going to go for this. I'm going to go play Charming Prince. Exile another creature. Let's do Blade Splicer. Oh, at the beginning. Oh, my dog's barking at somebody outside. One sec. Alright, so Blade Splicer is going to come back at the end step. Alright, attack with Golem. Doesn't really matter, it doesn't have first strike. Alright, he blocks. Alright, now I'm just really debating still whether I Tech Edge the Ancient Tomb or Black Source. And him just snap blocking with that makes me feel like he wants to be able to cast that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still only goes to 6 mana. And if I kill a Black Source, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5, but not necessarily double black. If I just kill Black Source and he goes Swamp, it feels bad. But then he still is taking a lot of damage from this Ancient Tomb. Let's go for it. YOLO. Then we get our Blade Splicer back here. Because now if he can't cast a Wrath, we have so much pressure, and for him he's going to need to use Ancient Tomb. That's also dealing him damage. And we have 9 power here. Okay, so it looks like he might have Wrath anyway. He's got the one where you pay life. Yep, Deluge. Alright, well, Stoneforge was a good draw. But he doesn't have any more lands. New Stoneforge ability, yes. I think we want Sword of Light and Shadow. Start getting back our Blade Splicers and Charming Prince and stuff. Yeah, for sure. That looks good. And then we just go upkeep. I think tap Watery Grave. Ancient Tomb is a real cost at this point for 2 life. And I'd rather tap his 1 black source. He has a lot of black cards, and he's shown that he doesn't have another black source right now. Port is just such a strong card. If I draw land, am I going to go play Sword, equip, attack? Probably. Ancient Tomb, Ballista for 1. Alright, well that's a blocker, so that takes that line a little bit out of the equation. Tithe Taker. During your turn, I could just let him have 4 mana this turn. I could go play Tithe Taker, pass, not use Port. Yeah, that's the line I'm going to take. I'm going to do this. Tithe Taker, pass. And then this is actually kind of hard for him to deal with because of Afterlife. And I'm not going to use Port on upkeep because if I Port on upkeep, he can just activate Ballista anyway. And now I'll just put in Sword of Light and Shadow on his end step. I like this line. Even though I give him more mana this turn, I still like the line. Tidetaker's not even that sick, honestly. Two mana. What's he got? Oh, is this this is like a Tassiger? Yeah. Well, we're about to have Pro Black. Put Sword into play. And it's looking good now, because now we can just equip Stoneforge. He can't ballista it. Revoker. So let's equip Stoneforge. Leave up Port. Attack him. Oh, he can block with ballista here. Alright. That's okay. And then he's going to shoot Tidetaker. Okay, it's annoying. Oh, he has to pay. So I could have ported on earlier, but that's fine. He takes 2 anyway. And then I can play like another threat out if I want. I might prefer just to use port though rather than playing Revoker. I think I'm just going to use port. He doesn't have another. He's shown that he doesn't have another land. If he wants to play any spells, he's got to use this Ancient Tomb. If he wants to just activate Tassiger, that's fine. I can just give him back like a Champion of Wits or something. He chooses not to activate Tassiger. Swamp is a good draw for him, I suppose. Attack, okay, definitely not going to block. Goes down to 8 and plays a black creature. Sweet. Looking good here. Student of Warfare. Okay, let's just start by attacking with both. We might even just want to get back a 2-drop, because then we can use port again on upkeep. We could also just get Blade Splicer, play Blade Splicer, and play Student of Warfare. No, I could also get Charming Prince. No, I'm just going to get Tidetaker. Yes. And then play it. Oh, I keep doing this. Play Tidetaker. And then upkeep, tap the Watery Grave. Again, most of his creatures are black, so yeah, this Sword Pro Black is looking like a pretty sick sideboard card here. Serum Visions concede. Can't really use Ancient Tomb anymore. Yeah, so that's why I didn't kill the Ancient Tomb. So that worked out. We still just went 2-1, but thought that was a pretty sweet draft. Too bad we got cut off from a super sick like 5-color lands deck, but that's the list. Anyways, thanks for watching Snap Bolt. If you liked the content, please subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. Till next time.